Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. Happy Sunday. Hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My word, what a wonderful, wonderful week this has been. Thank you, Canada, for an amazing time hosting our faves and hosting athletes from around the world who are there in Vancouver, were, I should say, there in Vancouver and Whistler, really preparing for the games for next year. Thank you for treating our faves amazing. You've been amazing. Oh my goodness. Whether it's the four First Nations or the Invictus community there, or the community at large that they were able to interact with. It was an amazing, amazing time. Oh my goodness. I mean, we have stuff for days. And then we have our faves with their revamped website giving us all the rundown in real time. I am so proud of them. I'm like, who needs social media? They did such a great job in just giving us in real time. And thank you for whomever they have hired or whoever stepped up to really revamp the site and update the site and giving us real-time information. It's been wonderful to be able to share all of this from them. I don't care about what's coming out of the rest of the press. I'm like, this is such a powerful platform that if they just put it there, people would run to it and pick it up. And so kudos to them. And I love these photos from the last evening. They had like a gala, and this is so wonderful. And so this is from, Sussex.com. The Sussex.com part of their website says, which is the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So for the conclusion of Invictus Vancouver Whistler 2025, 1 year ago, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex attended a celebratory gala at the Vancouver Convention Centre. The couple was joined by representatives of the government of the four host First Nations, along with the Invictus Game Foundation members, IG25 sponsors, and dear friends Michael Buble and Louisiana Lopilato, which is Michael Buble's wife. To kick off the evening, all four First Nations presented the Duke and Duchess with special hand-woven blankets for their family. The gifts were hugely symbolic for their children, who can wrap themselves in the blanket when they miss their parents and be reminded of the good works they are doing. That is so cool. And of course, that is Harry and Meghan holding on to the special blankets for Archie and Lily. And other part of the blurb that they put there, it says the couple would like to express their deepest gratitude to all the event organizers, presenting sponsors, Atco and Boeing, and the Invictus Games Foundation, the True Patriot Love, volunteers, and the four host First Nations for a fantastic week and their partnership for next year's games and beyond. And it was wonderful. Oh my goodness. I just, the whole, from the 14th to the 16th, it's been amazing. And of course, they were hosting athletes from Invictus athletes from around the world who are going to be part of the team on Whistler who's going to be doing the winter sports up there. So they brought them in to be able to try out the sports and to be on ice and to try it out and see how they feel in it, especially say from like Peacemaker from Nigeria. There's not that in Nigeria. So to have him there and to be able to come and try it out and all of that stuff. And then also athletes from around different countries as well who are going to be trying this for the first time. And we saw Harry try the sit skiing and then also try the skeleton. It's like, oh, when you come down that little mountain thingy head first at 60 miles an hour. Crazy people. Again, you don't need training for it. You just need a lot of courage, according to them. So it's like a bunch of courageous people are going to be doing that. And Harry actually even said tons of people have already signed up for the skeleton. So that is going to be a huge attraction for the games next year. And very, very, very exciting. And that's the bottom picture part of the community out there. part of the First Nations welcoming committee and part of the people that were there. Um, who are going to be hosting the games next year. And so very, very, very exciting. And of course, they are the ones that presented Harry and Meghan with those blankets for Archie and Lilibet. I just think they just give the most amazing gifts. It's just absolutely amazing. So much creativity. And so thank you, Archwell. And someone posted this and I didn't even realize, and I didn't even get the chance to read the article. I just happened to see it. So I have to go back and read the article later. But apparently when Kate and William were in Canada in 2016, it says Canada First Nations chief won't join the UK royals for empty gesture ceremony. Grand Chief Stuart Phillips denounced symbolic British Columbia event with William and Kate, calling it a public charade amid Indigenous struggles. I was like, oh, I did not even realize that, because I know when King Charles was there, I think it was last year or the year before, when he was in Canada, they met with him. There were pictures of them, him there with them, and they were dancing and all of that stuff, and they were bringing their plight to him. I still think nothing has happened since that whole time. So who knows? But it's it's very interesting that they have been so welcoming of Harry and Meghan. There's been no problem. They've been very welcome. They give them gifts. They were just, and I think it's how you approach things, how respectful you are to their community. Did you spend time to try to get to know who they are and actually care? And so they were not feeling William and Kate at all. But again, they did meet with King Charles the last time Charles was there. And so here they are meeting with Harry and Meghan. So again, William wants to be that global statesman, and it's like, yeah, no, you're not there, dude. You're not there, but look who is there, And so, part of the old drama that's going on in the UK right now is because Harry and Meghan are able to accomplish and to things that William and Kate just have not been able to, or people have not responded to them in the way that they're responding to Harry and Meghan. So that's part of the beef that's going on there right now. So, and this is from the Squamish Chief. So this is one of the, the Indigenous community there. And this is one of their papers. So I thought this was actually kind of interesting. I'm just going to move my banner again. If you have not if you've not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you know when we drop a video. Please like and share the video. And please join our channel if you're able. That would be really awesome. So I'm just going to move my banner so I can read the whole thing, and I'll bring it back at the end. Yes, so from the Squamish News, and these are just clippings from the article. It's a longer article, obviously. Says Prince Harry wraps visit to British Columbia, promises epic week for next year's Invictus Games. Prince Harry told attendees gathered to mark the end of his 3-day trip to British Columbia that next year's Invictus Games in the province will be more than athletes winning medals. The Duke of Sussex spoke to about 200 people, including athletes, at a dinner in Vancouver on Friday, which he attended with wife Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. The pair spent time earlier in the week at the training camps leading up to the 2025 games planned for Vancouver and Whistler. And this is another part of the game. This is one of the athletes from the game. It says Rasmus Pinot is an Invictus Games athlete and bilateral leg amputee from Estonia, who previously competed in the 2018 Games in Australia in rowing. He said in an interview Thursday that taking part in the Games have been awesome, and has allowed him to connect with other military service personnel who have had similar life experiences. Pinot, who was in Canada and trying snow sports for the first time, said he planned to take part in the Nordic sit skiing and perhaps alpine skiing event next year. He said he met and skied with Prince Harry on Wednesday, and that the Duke and Duchess had asked him about his training. They support us, and this is what he's saying about Harry and Meghan. He says, they support us more than anybody knows, Pinot said. They are very kind people, and they support us to try new sports like I did yesterday and the day before that. It was really nice to meet them. And again, just about every person that they've talked to, or whether it's here or outside, pretty much say the same thing about Harry and Meghan. people have the same experiences with them, how nice they are, how caring, and how curious they are about people's lives, and they're very, very empathetic people who just really care and who really just love. And so I'm really happy that he had that experience, and look forward next year to see him in Nordic skiing or sit skiing, whatever he is. I'm very excited to be there because it's right here next year. So very excited to see it myself. And so what else? This is really cool. One of the things that has come out of it in the last couple of days, it's just been all the wonderful people that Harry and Meghan has meeting, whether it's going to dinner or whatever. It's been just really, really wonderful to see them connect with the community that they're around in Vancouver and Whistler. And so this really cool article came out, and actually there's actually a video with the restaurant owners sharing about what the experience of Harry and Meghan being there, and also being there with the Buble family. And so this was the second day. Says from People, it says Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were extremely friendly during a fun double date with Michael Buble and his wife Luciana Lopilato. Goodness, that's a wild last name. According to Chef Vikram Vij of Vij in Vancouver, Canada. During the dinner, Chef Vij notes that the Duke and Duchess shared plenty of affection. They were extremely affectionate to each other, he explained. Meghan always had her left hand on his back and always said very politely, "Oh, my husband, oh, he loves this dish. Oh, he loves the curry, or this style." Meghan is so my husband. You should see how positive their relationship, the love, the affection they have. The fun that they were having with Michael and Michael's wife Lou, he added. The chef explained that an amazing moment also occurred at the end of the night when, as the group was leaving, Meghan noticed the kitchen staff were watching and asked if she could go and thank them. "My kitchen is all female staff. They're all my aunties and sisters and people who had worked with me for over 30 years. So they were tickled pink because they were like, oh my God, here is somebody so big coming through the kitchen," said Vij. And so he said that in the video that they had come through came through the kitchen, like the back door, so people didn't know where they were. And they had such a great time. He said, in spite of their profile, they were double dating with the Bubles. And they would, and he said there were other people in the restaurant, then they all knew who they were, but nobody bothered them. It was so low key. And so he was like, that was so wonderful how low key it was. And he's like, Harry, Harry, he loved it, but yeah, I guess some of it was a little too hot, but Meghan really loved it hot, so he had to she wanted more pepper and more spices in it, so he got her more and stuff like that. And then, as it says, Meghan noticed that the women in the kitchen were staring at them and wanted to say thank you. And it's so Meghan because, as he said, it's an all-female staff, and that's just totally right up Meghan's alley. Of course, when I saw that, I was like, yep, Meghan would notice that. And so it was really great. And he's like, yeah, they're all my sisters and aunties and stuff who were working there. He has a whole all-female kitchen staff. And so they had a wonderful, wonderful time. And I was just like, oh, that is just so great, And so, and apparently, obviously, first time reading this, apparently he cooked for William and Kate when William and Kate were there. That same, I guess it was 2016 when they were there. He cooked for them, and also they asked him to be the one to pick the menu. So he picked this rack of lamb thing, and it's the same thing that he had made for William and Kate, and he said this group loved it as well. So there you go. So it sort of came full circle, I guess, with the royal things. But he is just so happy about the whole thing. He said that they all had a wonderful, wonderful time. And of course, that's Michael Buble and his wife down there with him as well. So wonderful time. I'm so happy that they had such a great time at the restaurant. And then the next day, which is the last day, the third day, Um, the Sussexes were at the I guess the curling center where they do curling. That is so funny. And like I said, you saw this during the Winter Olympics, and you see curling. It's like one of the most boring thing that you will ever see, but it's so fascinating. You find yourself sitting there for an hour watching people push this thing along an ice, and then sort of like sweeping to make it go faster. It's the most boring thing in the world, but you can't help just sitting there and watching it. And it's just the most hilarious thing I have ever seen. I was like sitting there, I was like, I can't believe I'm sitting here watching this, but I am. So there you go. That's the fascination with curling. So Harry and Michael Buble got a chance to try it. They had a fantastic time while sitting in the wheelchair. The lady in the back, guess she was kind of holding the wheelchair, trying to make it secure there while they were doing it. But they were having a great time. And it's so funny. I love the first picture with Michael Bublé and Harry in front having a grand old time. And their wives are right in the back of them. They're having a conversation, having a great time. So it was really fun. And also I posted on our community page a video of Prince Harry going over to speak to the media. Because right after this event, well, actually during this event, Harry gave a speech and all of that stuff. And so Michael Bublé and his wife, and they were all sitting off the ice. It's sort of like a little ramp off the ice where people are not going to go slip sliding. And so they were there. And so Harry did a speech. And then when he was done, he went over to speak to the press and to thank the press for being there. And I was like, oh, those royal reporters, they must be like, how dare he speak to the press? I thought he hated the press. And it's so, I just thought that was so great. Harry thanked them for being there and for covering it and for spreading the word of the games. And it was wonderful. I mean, the press coming out of Canada has been amazing. Legit press. Just ignore the British press for a minute. The legit press has been amazing coming out of Canada. So really great job on Harry. And of course, the ladies from the press are all like, Harry, Harry, Harry. And then when he was finished the skeleton, one of the same ladies, one of the press was, when he was here, one of the ladies from the press, I forgot, I think she was from OK or something, and asked him what it was like. And so he was like, by where Michael was, but trying to explain to her that it was harder, like sitting in the chair and trying to push that thing, it's like it's harder than it looks. And then later he came over and thanked them all. And then when he was coming off the skeleton, the same lady had asked him about what it was like, and he's like, you guys should go and all of that stuff. And one of them was like, Meghan, you gonna go? And she's like, no way. So very exciting. But so this was all fun, and it was just a wonderful time. And I think Harry did such a great job, whether it's the speech, participating in this, really including the media in it, building that relationship. Because again, come next year, he's gonna need the media. He's gonna need the media, to really get their audience involved too in the games. On a whole, for them per se, Harry and Meghan, they don't particularly need the media, but it helps the games when you have press who is focused on the games, focused on the athletes, focused on the things that they're doing to spread the word. And so hopefully that's the press crew they will have. They will completely keep the British press out of there. And I don't know if they kept the Daily Mail and Sun at least heard of anyone of them that were literally there as part of the games, or maybe they just stayed away. I have no idea. But the press that I've seen so far with the games has been incredibly positive and really focused on actually the facts, the people, or at least the ones who are reporting literally from there. So yeah, one of them I know brought up about the king and all that nonsense. But on a whole, the legit press have been really great in what they've done. So great job. And then the last night, talk about the Bublés. It's like they had the dinner with them, and then they went the curling thing with them. And then here in the final night, they were, and I'm sure you guys have heard by now, or have seen the videos. I posted it on our community page. This amazing time with the Bublés at the gala event to close out the whole thing. And it was really awesome with Michael Bublé completely rewording I Did It My Way to become Invictus, and it was just the most amazing song. I think I've watched that video now about probably 75 times. I cannot get enough of it. And I don't know if the Sussexes knew that he was gonna, I'm assuming it was all a surprise that he did the song. I'm sure they knew he was going to perform. I'm sure they didn't know that this is what it was going to be. And so it was wonderful to see their reactions as they realize what Michael Buble is doing on stage. And I don't really know much about Michael Buble. I've heard a couple of his songs, but I'm not really I'm not into Michael Buble. So, but he did such a great job. He was hilarious with how he did it, and he's such a natural at this. And so these are some of the lyrics, or at least these are the lyrics. Thank you, Kiwi Girl Jax on X, who posted some of the lyrics of of the song, and it's just so amazing. And I'm gonna butcher this, but this is some of it, just in case you can't read it. This is some of the lyrics, and maybe screenshot it so that when he's singing you can like follow along. You have the video on our community page, but this is some of the lyrics. The first couple of words are blocked, so I can't really read it, but I think it says untold stories, untold hopes unhold, and dreams diminish. Who knew dreams can come true when life tells you you're far from finished? Unbound on solid ground through sports you are found, and sure in such a sure way that nothing tames the Invictus games. You play them your way. One man, a life-changing plan, does all he can. He's a visionary, a sage on history page. Meghan call him H, we call him Harry. It's true, Harry, it's you. You follow through open hope's doorway. When passion flow, one thing we know is stay the hell out of your way. I love this. They cracked up when they heard this. This competition is well defined in honor spent body and mind. No time for foolish, useless aims like Trump's please don't convict us games. You chose instead to forge ahead. That's winning your way. What fate, Harry and Meghan, you date. Canada's great for the libido. It's clear we miss you here, but the home you hold dear is Montecito. My wife Lou, the Buble crew, will come and see you out of showbiz driveway. No need for fuss. I'll bring my bus and camp in your driveway. One last thought, Harry, might I add, are healing wishes for your dad. To each one here who strive and try, you show us all how we can fly. You earn each day the right to say, I did it my way. I just thought that was the most amazing thing. What an incredible tribute. And you can tell like they have really become a fantastic, friends. I know Meghan actually was friends with the Bubles apparently long before she met Harry. So, but I don't know if Harry, met them through her or not, but she knew them a long time ago. They've had, apparently she wrote about them in Tig, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I heard. I didn't know Tig when it was there. She had already got rid of it by the time I learned about her. But it was just an incredible time. And of course, Harry gave a speech. So I'll do the speech next episode. But it's just really wonderful. And you can see them in the bottom picture. They were all four sitting together. So it was really great. I'm so happy that Harry and Meghan, that they had the Bubles there and friends, the old friends that was able to enjoy that moment and those moments with them. So, and that's, of course, you see Harry and Michael Buble up there. So it's just really cool. People were like, oh, Harry and Meghan hold hands all the time. It's so funny that the Bubles are more tactile than they are. I mean, if you can see them when they were at the curling places, like they're all holding and hugging and all of that stuff. And Harry, he's trying to focus on his speech. So Meghan is over here, Harry's on the other side, and Harry, you can tell when Harry is nervous. I go through the pre-performance anxiety, and I can always tell when Harry has pre-performance anxiety. He like there's, even they're sitting there. You could tell the nerves. It's so funny. I can see it. Whenever he has to speak, there's always that pre-performance anxiety. But he did great. He did wonderful. And it's just great to see someone be able to have that and then go on stage and just deliver. And that's the thing about Harry. No matter, if there's fear, he never allow it to stop him from doing what he needs to do. And so kudos to Harry and Meghan. I mean, how wonderful. And thank you so much to, oh shoot, and I forgot her name. I think her name is it Jane or Karen? One of those names. She is the lady that gave us the video. It's on our community page. The lady was her videos. She's the one that posted the photo at the bottom where she tells, oh, that's Prince Harry, that's the Duchess, and that's the Bubles right on the side of them. And of course, if you saw in the video, the middle bottom photo is Meghan and Harry and Lou. That's Michael Buble's life. They were laughing, actually. That I took that snapshot or that screenshot of when they were laughing when Michael said that they're gonna go and camp in Harry and Meghan's driveway. They were like cracking up. And so so thank you, lady, who posted that story. And she's been on X and just like, she was just reveling in all, and she's so thankful that people share the video. She just was like, it was such a lovely moment, such a wonderful time. So thank you, lady, who shared that. All credit to you for sharing it. Such a wonderful, wonderful moment. So yeah. And Invictus Games have been tweeting or posting about it. It's like, thank you to amazing hosts at Hillcrest Center for introducing us to the wonderful world of curling. And those are photos where, you can see Harry and Michael Buble, them trying out curling. It was amazing to connect with this community, and for patron Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, along with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Canadian singer Michael Buble to be treated to a demonstration of the exciting new sports. I'm like, curling is exciting? Okay. Yeah, but it's so funny. Again, I'm going to sit there and watch curling. So it's just fascinating to me. And so they also posted, this was from the first day. It says, this morning our patron, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, along with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, visited the Mount Currie Community Center in traditional territory of the Lillooet Nation. The couple were invited by the Chief Dean Nelson and Chief Gelpal of the Lillooet Nation to meet their community and learn about their wheelchair basketball program implemented to bring young people together. The Duke played a short game on a team against Scott Moore, CEO of Invictus, Vancouver 2025, presented by Atco and Boeing. Upon their arrival, the Duke and Duchess received a traditional welcome and were presented symbolic gifts for their children. The couple were humbled to be invited and extend the deepest gratitude to the Chief Nelson, Chief Gelpal, and the people of Lillooet Nation for their generous hospitality and kindness. So I may have shared this before, but I love this, and I love at the bottom is the present that they gave to Harry and Meghan. They just give, always, wherever they go, people give them presents. Also at the restaurant, when they left, the chef gave them a cookbook and gave Harry, because they said he was also saying the things that they liked. Harry loved the gin, and so he gave Harry the gin as a present, and then gave Meghan the cookbook. So he signed the cookbook for them. So all in all, absolutely fantastic. I don't know what he gave to Michael Buble and his wife, but that's what he gave to Harry and Meghan. So yeah. And finally, not even Invictus. For me, when it comes to Misan, he's just part of Harry and Meghan and the whole Sussex crew, because we kind of have adopted Misan. And Misan has been out and about doing his Academy Award for his film, and it's amazing, experience for him. But he posted this, and I mean, look at these images. I mean, this is why we love Misan Harriman, and hopefully he will be one of the official photographers for Invictus Games next year. He's been the last couple of games as the second half in the second half photographer. So hopefully he is one of the officials ones for the whole games, because when you see images like this, you're like, this is amazing. Look at these. This is just stunning. And so this is his work. He posted this, and I was like, I think it's like as he says, observation of black ballet black, and it is just, I mean, this is what you want. And he doesn't do like any kind of touch-ups or anything like that. A lot of his work, as you can see, is black and white, and he just works with lights and shadows, and it's just absolutely stunning, his work. So I had to share it with you because Misan is absolutely amazing, and I hope that he's one of the official photographers next year at the Invictus Games again. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much to our awesome moderators, Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, Black Queen. You are awesome. Thank you. And thank you to all of our wonderful 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis. Thank you. And to all of you who support in the chat, whether it's donation, whether it's PayPal, Cash App, however you support the channel, I am so appreciative of all of you. Thank you. I love you all, and I will chat with you next time. Bye.